Okay, talk about frustration. This is the second time I'm going to do this video today, but I care too much and I want to go ahead and help you guys. So 7-5 Graphing Exponential Functions Review number 1. I am on page, or the assignment, so page 395, number 32. So page 395, number 32. So I am given 14 f g squared h squared parenthesis negative 3 f to the 4 g squared h squared. They want me to go ahead and simplify this. So obviously, once again, I need you to pause the video before I help, please. So these are my front numbers, so I'm going to multiply those. That gives me negative 42. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my exponents. F1, F4 becomes F5. G2 becomes G4. H squared becomes H to the 4th. Page 394, number 17. They give me 5 x squared y squared, 2 xy to the third z to the third, and then 4xyz. So I have to distribute first. So this would be 5 squared, x to the 4, y squared. This would be 2 to the third, x to the third, y to the 9, z to the third. This remains 4xyz. 5 squared becomes 25. 2 to the 3 becomes 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, and then 4. So 25 times 8 times 4 would be 800. I have x to the 4, x to the third is x to the 7, plus 1 would be x to the 8. Y squared, y9 is y11, plus another y is y12. Z3, z1 becomes z4. Page 403, number 49. Here we go. I have 20 q r to the negative 2 t to the negative 5 over 4 q to the 0 r to the 4 t to the negative 2. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to simplify. 20 over 4 becomes 5 over 1. Then I need to get rid of all my negative exponents. So q stays, r negative 2 goes on bottom, t to the negative 5 goes on bottom, q to the 0 crosses out, r to the 4 stays on bottom, t to the negative 2 goes on top. Now I need to see, I have 5 on top, q stays on top, t squared t5, so I got to take 5 minus 2, so that's t to the third on bottom. And then I got r squared r4, so I can combine those on bottom. And that is my answer. Number 52. I have 5 p r to the negative 2 raised to the negative 2 all over parenthesis 3p to the negative 1 r raised to the third. So here we go. I need to distribute, so I'm going to give this to everything, so that would be 5 to the negative 2. This would be p to the negative 2, r to the positive 4. Over, this would be 3 to the third, p to the negative 3, r to the third. Now I need to get rid of my negative exponents. So here we go. This on bottom would be 5 squared. 3 to the third stays on bottom. The p to the negative 2 goes on bottom. R4 stays. P to the negative 3 goes on top. R to the 3 stays on bottom. So R4, R3 subtract, so R1 is on top. P3, P2 subtract, P is on top. 5 squared is 25. 3 to the third is 27. 25 times 27 would give me 675. I need to go ahead and graph this inequality and see where my shades intersect. So here we go. This one is a solid line, solid line. This one I would start at positive 1. I would go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right 1, 2, 3. Or I could go up 1, 2, 3, 4, left 1, 2, 3. There's my solid line. True side, false side. So 0 less than or equal to 1. That is true. I will go ahead and shade on the true side. My next one, I start at negative 2. I'm going to go down 1, right 3, or I could go up 1, left 3. My true side is on the top side. My false side is down below. 0 greater than or equal to negative 2. That is true. So if I shade up on that side, this is where they are intersecting. Page 363, number 8. Page 363, page 363, number 8. Says graph each system, determine the number of solutions. So on number 8, I have 2x plus y equals negative 4, 5x plus 3y equals negative 6. This says, once again, let me show you the instructions on number 8. Number 8 says go ahead and graph each system. So my mistake, I didn't give you a graph, but we're going to go ahead and do what they say. So if I want to graph this, I'm going to go ahead and get this 2x over. So I'm going to get rid of this 2x, negative 2x. That becomes y equals negative 2x minus 4. If I bring my 5x over, that's 3y equals negative 5x minus 6. Divide by 3, and I get y equals negative 5 over 3x minus 2. There are my two lines. So I'm going to go ahead and graph this on my own graph. So my first one is at negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go down 1, 2 over 1. I could go up 1, 2 over 1. So I'm going to leave it right there for now to see what I need to do to see where they connect. So my other one, I start at negative 2, and I'm going to go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1, 2, 3. If I were to continue this one, I would go down 2 over 1. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1 would go here. I made a mess, but yeah, I made a huge mess because it's going to take a while for us to see. Oh, actually, no, not. I apologize. Here's where they intersect. Thank God. So that's where they intersect. So they intersect about here. That would be positive 1, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So negative 1, 6. Number 10, I meant for this to be elimination, and I screwed that up. But here we go. Number 10. I have y equals negative 2x minus 3, and then I have x plus y equals 9. I need to substitute, so I'm going to substitute and plug in. That's what they wanted me to do, is to substitute. So this would be x plus negative 2x minus 3 equals 9. I don't need this plus because it's really a 1, so if I distribute the 1, I get x minus 2x minus 3 equals 9. If I combine like terms on the same side, this gives me negative 1x minus 3 equals 9. Add 3, negative 1x equals 12. If I divide by negative 1, x equals negative 12. If I plug that back into my original equation, I get y equals negative 2 times negative 12 minus 3. That would be 24 minus 3, 21. So y equals 21. Page 277, number 10. On page 277, number 10. It says the table shows the relationship between years of experience and teacher salary. Write an equation for the best fit of line. What I like to do is I like to use the two farthest points. So my two farthest points would be 128 and 2064. So I'm going to go ahead and find the equation of the line. That's what they want me to do. So I'm going to take 64 minus 28 over 20 minus 1. Now yours just needs to be close to mine, not exact. So here we go. 64 minus 28 gives me 36. 20 minus 1 is 19. 36 divided by 19 gives me 1.89. Now yours, just remember, needs to be slightly close to this, not perfect. So let's go ahead and see what happens. This becomes my slope, and the other becomes my y-intercept. Let me double check. Yep. All right. So then I have y minus, my y1 was 28, and my my slope was 1.89, parenthesis x minus my x1 was 1. So y minus 28 equals 1.89x minus 1.89. I could add 28, that gives me y equals 1.89x plus, let me see, 28 minus 1.89 gives me 26.11. So what does this mean? This means that my starting salary is at 26,000, 100,000, sorry, or thousands, 26,000, thank you. And then my increase will always be $1.89,000. That would be my description. Page 274, number 39. They give us 2,5. Y equals x minus 3. They tell us to find a line that is parallel. Parallel means to use the same slope. There's my x, there's my y. So y minus y1 is 5. My slope is 1, x minus 2. Y minus 5 equals 1x minus 2. Add 5. Y equals 1x plus 3. Number 43. They want me to do the same thing, but instead of finding parallel, they want me to find perpendicular. If they want me to find perpendicular, I need the opposite inverse of what I see. If that's positive 3 over 1, I need negative 1 over 3. That becomes my slope. So y minus 4 equals negative 1 over 3x minus 2. That gives me y minus 4 equals negative 1 over 3x plus 2 over 3. I could multiply everything by 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. But what I'm actually going to do, instead of multiplying everything by 3, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just change 2 over 3 into a decimal, which is 0.6 repeating. And then I'm going to add 4 over to that decimal. So I'd get y equals negative 1/3 x plus 4.6 repeating. And that would be my perpendicular line. And we are done.